Hello there and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 DIY projects that you too can dare try for your next Oscars, Hollywood, or movie theme party. These DIYs are very easy, very affordable, and can be made with just a few easy to find materials. If you want to know how to do them step by step, let me show you. Okay, we're starting with the red velvet rope and the stanchions, which are the metal stands that hold the rope and separate the VIPs from the not so fortunate, shall we say? In planning my Oscar party, I really wanted my guests to have a grand red carpet entry experience, and having a red velvet rope was definitely a must-have. So I researched where to find them and found they can be quite expensive to buy or rent. So after viewing many videos and many methods on how to make your own, I came up with my own method. Let me show you. Okay, so see, these are the stanchions that I made years ago. They're very simple. Basically, it's a wood disc, which I basically spray painted silver. A dowel, also spray painted silver. This is basically a bun feet. You can also buy at the hardware store. And this is an ashtray, which it's hard to find ashtrays now. I don't even know where I found it, but I also spray painted silver. And I believe I had to make the holes in this thing. It doesn't have these holes. And that is where my chain's gonna come. We'll show you in a sec. So basically, I've been storing them all this time. So that's what I save the screw. So basically, it's just one screw holding it together. And that's all it takes. And it stands on its own. Okay, and for the rope part, this is basically a pool noodle that you can see I spray painted red, but the red doesn't stay on very well. So I'm gonna have to touch it up if I have time. And then this is, I think it's a shower hook, I'm not sure, but basically a plastic hook. And I attached it with tape on each end. And on one over here, and then one over there, and there you go. You got your VIP rope. You know, I take it back. This is actually not a pool noodle. I've forgotten. I did it so many years ago. It's actually an isolating kind of it's in the hardware. It's basically like it is black, but it's kind of meant to isolate, I believe it's conduit. So it's basically a foam thing. But anyway, I think that was a better option than a pool noodle. But one part that I wasn't super happy about with the ropes that I made a few years back were the ends. I recently saw this YouTuber make her own version, and she used PVC caps, which I thought was a brilliant idea. I'll give you the link to her video in the description box so you can see how she made her extensions and rope. I was able to find the caps at Lowe's and went ahead and spray painted them silver as the rest of my extensions. Okay, this is the fabric that I found. It's actually pretty soft because it's actually polar fleece, so it had the perfect color, and it was only $4.64 a yard at Walmart. So I only bought a yard and a half, and I'm hoping that that's enough to cover all my 4 ropes. I have 4 ropes and 6 stanchions, so you know, 2, 1 at each end stanchion, 1 in the middle, and then 2 ropes, if that makes sense. So I think this should be plenty. I think the first step, also the good thing about polar fleece is it tends to be very wide fabric, so that's great. I still got a yard and a half because I didn't know the dimensions of my noodles here. So my fabric is 62 wide, and that's actually wider than my length that I bought. So, and this thing is longer than that. It's like 64. So I'm gonna cut it to 60 inches. That way I can have like an inch at each end that I can stuff in that little hole that's there at the end. It cuts pretty easily with scissors, so it makes a a mess, especially because of that paint that I put on it. Okay, my next step is gonna be to cut the strips. I know I need 4 strips. So let me figure out how wide they need to be able to go around the tube here. Let's see. And we of course want some overlap, and I'm only gonna hot glue them. That's all I'm gonna do. So let's see. Overlap a little bit. Maybe that. What is that? That is 7 inches. So I think if I do 7 inches per strip, that should do it, and I should have plenty here for that. So let's do 7 inches. One side is glued. Now we're gonna do the other side, and I'll probably, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna fold it. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think it needs it, but it's better to do it a little bit at a time, especially when the glue gun doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, much better, huh? What an improvement from what it was before, right? Oh yeah. And then I just stuffed the ends, and I'm waiting for my caps to dry, and I'll go ahead and then put those and the screws. So, and because this fabric doesn't fray or anything, I didn't fold it, or I don't have to worry about the edges, which is great about polo fleece. So definitely recommend that. Okay, as per the recommendation of that other YouTuber, she used PVC caps, which actually were white, and spray painted them silver. And then I drilled a hole, and I found these little cup hooks, also to replace mine, which were a little bit kind of plastic and not as good. This is gonna look more legit. So anyway, so I did that. Then the rope part is completed. Now it's a matter of putting it together. Look at that, it fits like a glove. So I think it's gonna be a matter of putting a lot of glue there, and they should stay in place. Trying to make sure that your seam is sort of on the bottom. So the top of the thing, you know, it's not something you're gonna see. Let's hope that this works. Okay, seam on the bottom, hook going down. There it is. That definitely looks a lot better than what I had before. I'm excited. For my next DIY, the Paparazzi stands, I bought 2 sets of these vinyl wall hangings from Amazon. First step was to put them onto foam core. I had to piece together several foam core sheets, as I didn't have any of them big enough to be able to make the whole length. As you can see here, I just used double-sided tape to glue the vinyl onto the foam core sheets, and then I cut the whole thing out with the X-Acto knife. I had some extra triangular pieces that I was able to put in the back, and they were able to stand. Between that and also some of the plants and some of the stanchions that I put in front of them, that was enough to kind of keep them kind of from falling over. For my next set of paparazzi, I wanted these to look as if they were peeking through my window. I made this frame with mullions that looks like a window from my previous party. If you have not seen it, I'll put the link below so you can check out exactly how I made it. Since this set of paparazzi were only peeking through the window, I figured out how much of their body needed to show above and cut the rest off. I bought a wall hanging with the skyline of Los Angeles at night, and I attached my paparazzi to the wall hanging, again with double-sided tape. I removed the previous shower curtain I had used on my frame and stapled a new one with the paparazzi onto it. The final step was to add some curtain lines to the back, and there you go, bada bing bada boom. Okay, so today we're gonna make some tuxedo cups to hold our popcorn. It's inspired by this picture that I saw on, I believe it was Instagram. But in here, as you can see, it's a cone. I'm gonna make mine with these things I was able to find at the thrift store, and I wanna dress them up. So this is what I've come up with so far. It's basically I'm gonna do a simpler little bit than hers, also because mine is a little different, of course. But basically the shirts is gonna be white cardstock, and I've basically figure out how to kind of curve the edges by rolling along with your pencil. So that's going to be the shirt, and then the coat is going to be another piece, kind of also being cut to size because the card looks a little longer than needed. So basically it's going to be that, and this one on top, so that's your jacket. And then we're going to have a little bow tie, and then I'm going to put probably some rhinestones for buttons. So there you go. I don't think I'm going to do a cummerbund. I don't think we need a cummerbund. I'm trying to keep it easy. So basically 3 parts. Now that I've kind of figured out these 3 parts, now I'm just going to template them for all the other cups that I have to do. Okay, now for the bow ties, I kind of did one, and now I'm just going to use it as a template. But it's kind of smarter if we do it on the fold. That way we only have to make 2 cuts instead of all 4. So hopefully I can get it all out of this little scrap of cardstock. Now we can cut, and I'm just going to use scissors. It's probably a little easier. I'll tell you exactly what I figure. Marking up where I have to fold for the collar. Okay, assembly time. I have all my shirts, my jackets. For buttons, I'm going to use these little stickers that I had. So let's see how it goes. And of course, double-sided tape to attach everything. Okay, so here goes. So first, we're going to put in the shirt. If we have any pencil marks, you can either erase them or you can just use the reverse side. I'm just going to use the reverse side. And I'm going to minimize the tape as much as possible because I'll probably want to take this off later. So I'll probably put just one at the beginning and one at the end. I'm probably not going to bother taping the top or the bottom. Okay, it's good to take one off at a time. I was wondering if a piece of rubber band might help me out here. Or they said they line up on top. Remember, this part's gonna be completely covered up. I think I might do that. I might try to see if because the hard thing is keeping it in place. We'll see if that works. Now that I peel the tape here. And now that I have the bottom, I think this top one will stay in place and I can finish it up. There you go. Okay, we got shirt on. Let's get some jacket on. Same thing here, the pencil marks, I'll try to keep them on the reverse side. Or you can always erase them if you want to. Double check in my positioning. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put some at the beginning, at the end. And same thing, let's try the rubber band method. Because this one, I do wanna make sure. Oh, it sort of looks aligned. For some reason, it keeps kind of moving around. There. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. It's nice to kind of flap out the little color so it's more obvious. It looks cuter that way. Okay, so now let's put on the bow tie. Trying to guesstimate the center here as much as possible. I'm just gonna put, and of course you have the hot glue going, you can always do that. I'm just gonna put more tape. Trying to figure out my center. Something like that. A little flappiness in there is good. Okay, let's get you some buttons, mister. It'd be nice if they were all the same, but they're not. So, let's see. These are stickers, so they're easier to maneuver. And I'm just eyeballing this, but of course, which I'm not, not always perfect, but you can always measure or use a ruler or something. And I think 3 buttons is a good number. There we go. Our little popcorn tuxedo cover ready for the show. Cute. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and that you found some fun DIYs that you too can make for your next Oscars, Hollywood, or movie night theme party. Keep on exploring and learning, and see you at the next video.